Guided meditation and stress management. It is very important to understand that how we block our own progress and who is responsible for blocking our own progress. During 24 hours of our life, how many times we think, we react, we are anxious, saying, why don't you change? We don't want to change, but we want to change others. Michelle, that is very important. I could sense it. I'm not an astrologer, but I still can sense it.
You're just naturally clairvoyant.
So the moment you think, your mind subconsciously thinks, why you are not changing? What happened to you? We don't see ourselves. We don't look at ourselves. Can I change? Should I change? I must change. But why it doesn't happen? It does not happen because the mind is running outside, and that crazy mind feels the world outside should change and I should not change. I should remain as it is. Whether I'm a mom, whether I'm a husband, whether I'm a wife, whether I'm an employee, I don't want. So there is a difference between I and your mind. From there, the journey to the meditation starts. When the mind is obsessed and possessed with an idea that everyone should change except me so that I can start living in the world of peace and happiness, that never happens. And that there comes the understanding that here the mind blocks our progress. Not only mind blocks our progress, but the mind remains crazy. It remains lazy. It is constantly reacting, agitated, angry. So that is the point. That is how we block our own progress. Now, what is progress? Let us see then how we understand what is progress. Progress is a change. And that change has 4 different stages. The very first stage, like plants, growth is a change. Plants grow up, right? So we also grow and change like plants. We have fixed and rigid habits. We are heavily conditioned. We brought that conditioning from the religion, from the society, from the culture, and we want to stick onto that. You have to break it. If you don't break it, you only grow like a plant and die. Second level of change is development. You develop. Not only you grow vertically, you also expand horizontally. That is what the real meditation is. How can I give one example of a change which is growth and the other is the development? You are a teacher. For 40 years, you're teaching the same subject. You claim you are a great teacher. There is no innovation, there is no creativity, there is no change in life. That is growth. And what about the development of another incident of a teacher? He learns something in the first year, he becomes creative, and he expands himself. He said, no, I can teach more. Another 5 years, more changes. That is the development. So meditation doesn't stop at the level of the growth. When you start a couple of the sessions, it is still at the level of the growth. You have to move to the development stage. But still the meditation doesn't stop there. That is how you break what blocks you to progress in the journey of your life. The third is evolution. You always work from a higher consciousness. What it means? Always remember this, that you work on the mind rather than the mind works on you. What happens when you're talking to your honey, Michelle? So you are working on your mind. So when you work on the mind, you are not at all concerned about your honey, whether he has good habit or bad habit, he is high or low. No, you simply love him. You care. Your care and kindness and love is bound to change him. That is what helps you in meditation. You reach to that state of the consciousness. You have recently started a journey, and Christine has already started a journey, and so we both have started long back. So that is the last stage of the change, is transformation. Now this mind seldom becomes crazy, lazy, and reactive. It is always ready. For what? To move with peace. That is why I've been telling you that if someone says me crazy, I said, no, I'm more crazy than you think. Your label doesn't make me crazy. Come on. You give me any label. So once you start the journey from the growth consciously, oh yes, I have done a couple of sessions, but now what is more in meditation? Let me expand my consciousness to rebuild a relationship with people, possessions, and places. As you grow further, you again expand. You start evolving yourself. And you reach to a state where what happens, the moment you sit with the eyes closed, you're already there. So even 5 minutes is enough. At that stage, not at the level of the growth, not at the level of development, only at the level of evolution, that change is so quick and fast. You instantly change your expression, your action, your manifestation in your personal life, in your professional life, in your social life. Last week when guy, now I'm not going to do it. Okay. He was on phone. I said, you are right, sir. You should not do it. That is okay for me. No, I was aware. I said, that is okay for me. Please don't do it. So even if I say it next time, refuse me. I'm hanging out. I said, that is your choice.
He said what? I'm hanging out. I thought you said I'm hungover. He said he was hungover.
That is your choice. And I do the same thing in my family also, and also outside. Seldom it happens. Yes, I'm not a perfect guy. At least in a year, it happens 5, 6, 7 times, but not too much. It happens. But the moment it happens, I make sure that I send the email to him or her saying, sorry, it was my mistake, even if I'm not right, even if I'm wrong. Even if I'm right, sorry. I never say. And then what happens, you clean your mind by saying this, by making this kind of an expression, by acting like this. It is very important to keep that action and expression with the near and dear ones. So you save yourself from being crazy lazy.
So you just apologize because
yes.
you saved the drama.
Yeah.
Save yourself the drama.
Mind is just, so don't block your progress. It is the mind that blocks your progress. So let us see how we can do the practice. I'll customize the meditation practice today to get rid of those reactions and the impurities of the mind, and we should reach to a state of consciousness. From there we need to work from that consciousness. We always fight with the near and dear ones. What you will get by fighting with me? I'm a stranger. Maximum you won't come to me. Maximum. But we never contemplate why it is happening. It is happening because of my conditioned mind. Even if the other is 200% wrong. Come on, I know, Misha, don't ask me any question. You say me that I'm crazy. Now, my mind reacts or responds. That is my choice. You may be craziest person, but it is my choice to react and respond. That depends on me. Let me exercise my choice everywhere. The life changes. Don't do this. Let us start. Eyes are closed. Lie down or sit. Let us start the journey of guided meditation. Eyes are closed. Let me make you understand the first step of today's meditation. Understanding and discovering two things: doing nothing and doing something. I had a client in the afternoon and she has reduced to a skeleton due to her psychological illnesses. Her mom was saying, no, she cannot come. And I said, you just bring her to me. Let us see what happens. She was very happy. So I'll use the same step. When the mind is doing something all the time, it is looking for pleasure. That will lead to the pain. So become aware at this particular moment, you are in a state of doing nothing. What it means? It simply means if the mind is saying you to think, let the thought come, but no reaction, let the thought come and go. I explained to her, look at the neck joint, feel the sensation, and discover you are not doing anything and still you feel the sensation and you are comfortable. Look at the shoulder joints, feel the sensation and become aware. Look at the hip joints. Looking is not doing anything. Looking means you are aware of the hip joints. When you are aware, you have a sensation. That sensation tells you you are comfortable. If it is not, undo the discomfort. Ankle joints and the toes. The entire body is comfortable. At the same time, you are aware that you are not doing anything. So when I asked her to be aware of the toes, she started moving the toes. And then I simply asked her, did I ask you to move your toes? No. How come it was moving? Because the mind by default wants to do something all the time. And that makes it crazy. That is how we are not present in that moment when the mind is doing something. She has an extreme illnesses of mind and emotions. And now, you have, and we all have an experience driving the car on a highway And we experience that the trees, the cars are running behind us. That is an idea of doing nothing, and still we are able to perceive all these thoughts are running behind us. That is being carefree. You are totally carefree even when the mind perceives, your eyes perceives the trees you're leaving behind, highway you're leaving behind, as if the highway is running behind you, leaving you. Can you be into that mode of awareness? Let any thought come. You will discover the same experience, that all these thoughts are coming to go. They are entering your mind to flee. No, but a lot of thought stays in my mind. It is because we want them to stay. Just become aware of a situation. You're driving on a highway and the other car is running parallel to you, and you say something. Come on. That is what happens. The first step is you are consciously aware that you are not doing anything. Thoughts are coming and going. Flee. Third point, natural. When we say meditation is effortless, no doubt about it, it is. But if the mind is obsessed, possessed, crazy and lazy, we have to work on the mind. But at this moment, being casual, being natural comes from the nature. Now, what is that being casual here in this meditation? We are going a little deeper. The reference point here of being casual is nature helps to grow the body. Nature is breathing in us. Nature is little more intelligent than us. Nature knows clearly that if the entire human race is given charge of the breathing, the mind will try to stop the breathing. The entire human race will become extinct. Become aware of it. Nature helps you to grow, pumping the blood, breath is going in and out. You put anything into the belly. So the belly is quite alive. It says, okay, I will digest. The nature gives an urge to evacuate, release the toxins. What else we need? To think, to get obsessed, to do something. Remain in that state of doing nothing. So when you become aware of two states, simultaneously, the mind doing something and the inner state of doing nothing, there is an instant change. From the growth, you move to the next level of change. You are self-aware. You take the charge of the mind. The moment you take the charge of the mind, it is important to purify this mind. It has got many defects. What are those defects? I become lazy, crazy, reactive, angry over near and dear ones. My God. So we need to purify. So we'll be using a very simple tool, quick, gentle breathing from the nostril into the chest. Start it. Make it gentle. Make it playful. How it becomes playful? That your mind doesn't react, that you are exhausting yourself. No exhaustion. A little change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath keeps the awareness and attention of the mind on the breath instead of its conditioning. That is the key. Let us continue the journey. Continue the journey. Continue, my friends. Continue. Do not stop in the middle. Just continue the journey. The development, that change takes place when the mind is pure. It gets rid of constant influx of past memories and the conditioning and the thinking. And here is a simple way. I'm not asking you to force the breath, start sweating. No sweating. Remain as you are. Continue the journey of gentle breathing, playful breathing. And I made it very clear that you are simply changing the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Continue. And stop it. So again, we moved into the state of doing nothing. Look at the head and the neck and experience the sensation, relaxation in the stillness. You know why I gave this tip? When you awaken and discover the state of sensation, relaxation and stillness, the mind that wants to return with its conditioning, with its reaction, with its agitation, is totally prevented. Look at the right arm, sensation, relaxation in the stillness. Look at the left arm, sensation, relaxation in the stillness. Look at the right leg, sensation, relaxation in the stillness. When I say you have an experience of sensation, relaxation and stillness, you do not start thinking. Don't start doing something. Look at the left leg, sensation, relaxation in the stillness. The entire body, sensation, relaxation and stillness. Look at the different layers of our awareness. outermost layer is the space. Then the second layer is being comfortable, carefree, and casual. Third layer is sensation, relaxation, and stillness. And now we are entering into the fourth layer of the consciousness. Start breathing gently, silently, only into the chest. So what you do, you start inhaling into the chest. Feel the sensation. The chest is expanding horizontally and vertically. And while breathing out, make the humming sound only when the breath is coming out from the chest. Experience your rib cage is falling down, squeezing every time you do the humming. Yes. Everyone is so wise here in this group, so I want to go a little further to make you aware that how this will work today. Again, make yourself aware that you are expanding the ribs only, and take your time. You'll have different experiences today. Now don't inhale into the chest, only inhale into the belly. Continue to inhale into the belly, let the belly go up like a balloon, while breathing out, humming, coming out from the balloon. And see the difference in your experience. Take your time. We are not in a hurry. No noise of the breath should be there. Just continue. You are fully aware that you're inhaling into the belly as deep as possible without making a noise, and when you exhale, you do the humming when the breath comes out from the belly. It helps you to raise your awareness. Your consciousness now is more focused inside the belly. The energy and the action center, that is what we need to do. Continue. And now inhale both into the belly first, then into the rib cage. You should feel some sensation to the collarbone. And while breathing out, continue with the humming sound. Let us see whether it is long enough, it becomes very deep. And the brain, the head inside, experiences the space, the infinite space, Just do it. Continue, my friends. You inhale both into the belly and the chest, deep, silent, and slow. While exhaling, the humming continues. And now stop this, do nothing. Become aware of all the layers of the consciousness, the outermost, the space all around. Second layer is the sensation, relaxation in the stillness. Next layer, you might be experiencing the calmness and the quietness inside. Deeper layer, from inside, look at the breath going in and coming out. We bypass the mind and we want to see if the heart consciousness takes over in the next step. I don't want to say it is tricky, but it is full of awareness. Look at the breath. No change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. The moment the breath goes in, you look inside the heart at the center and drop Ram. Breath comes out, you simply look inside the rib cage as if you're taking out Ram. Going in Ram, dropping Ram, taking out Ram. Continue. We are not asking the mind to breathe from the chest, and if the chest breathing naturally starts, the heart consciousness takes over the breath and the body. An idea of what heart consciousness is. No thinking at all. I am sure I made the things clear. You're not changing the rate and the rhythm of the breath. One. You are aware of the sensation, relaxation and stillness, calmness and quietness. You are looking at the breath. You ask the mind to follow the breath deep inside the heart. Drop Ram. When you take out Ram, the breath comes out. So what we are doing from the heart consciousness, we are only aware and attentive of the center of emotion. We don't want to effect a change from the body, the breath, and other so-called active practices. You will experience some change inside the rib cage, an upsurge of pure emotion. I've given very higher practice, but let us see. Today's group is wise. Casually, naturally, can the consciousness affect the matter? In the Eastern wisdom, big yes. In science, still doubtful. Now, no change in the breath rate at all. Only thing, the moment the breath goes in, you look inside the belly, drop 2 Ram, Ram Ram. Breath comes out, 2 Ram, Ram Ram. Breath is not changing. The mind is not working, except it drops and takes out. Continue. Inside the belly. And then experience. Do you have new experience in that center? The center of action, power, emotion. As if the body is sleeping. You are awake. You all are aware mind is not working on the body nor on the breath, but we are working on the mind. We, deep inside, casually, naturally. Now look inside the forehead. Looking is a part of awareness and attention. Breath is not changing. Body is not changing. The moment the breath goes in, you look inside the forehead and drop. 3 Ram, Ram Ram Ram. Breath comes out. Ram Ram Ram. When the intellect becomes extremely subtle, it becomes powerful. When it starts knowing without a thinker, it becomes the higher consciousness. Let's see. Continue the journey. This is a very wise group. Ram, ram, ram. Breath comes out, ram, ram, ram. Nothing, no movement, no change outside. The mind is not working on you. You are working on it. You see, whatever I say, I translate that into a practice. Ram, ram, ram. Casually. And now doing nothing, just leave everything. Just maintain your awareness. Even I won't say inside or outside. Why? At the higher meditative state, that duality of inside and outside drops down. It is the mind that creates the duality. And it takes you start living in a higher state of consciousness. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Buddham Sharanam Gacchami. Buddham. Buddham is a Sanskrit word which means awareness, pure awareness. And you hear the sound. One is Buddham, that leads to Bodh. Bodh means pure awareness. There is another word, Buddhu. It again comes from the same Buddham. Buddhu means fool, ignorant, crazy. how these Sanskrit phrases helps you to understand. There is only a point of awareness from intellect that becomes subtle, it shines, thinking stops, you are there. Bring your awareness on the right palm, your awareness on the left palm. Lift your both the hands, place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside. Know your experiences. Bring the hands down. Let us share our experiences today. How are you?
Very good.
Very good?
Relaxed, yeah. That was nice.
Nice? You felt a sense of bodilessness?
I
No.
don't think I was quite there yet.
But very deeper relaxation?
Yeah.
Calmness. Yeah, you didn't move.
No.
Yeah. How are you, Michelle?
I'm good. I think I have a little more control. I felt more in control today.
Today.
It goes out, but I'm trying to bring it back in. It's really tough, but
You see, the stranger can give you more control. The dear. Christine, how are you?
I think I fell asleep a couple times.
Yes.
It was just like, yeah, like in and out. Like I wasn't like sleeping, but I would like fall.
In between.
Yeah. That was nice.
You see,